I blinked sweat from my eyes, cursing as I ran across my boyfriend's backyard like I had a tornado chasing my ass. Mainly because a tornado was chasing my ass. "Knock it down!" Keir Quinn, my soon-to-be ex-boyfriend, yelled unhelpfully. "If I could knock it down, I wouldn't be running away," I shouted back. Luckily, the tornado was small, only about 6 feet high, but I'd been tossed around like those flying cows in the movie Twister enough to know that I didn't want to take another hit. "Do something!" Keir ran in my direction and fell in step next to me. "You created it," he said. "Only you can dismantle it." Again, not helpful. 2 weeks earlier, while telling my son about truecraft and what it meant for him and our family, I'd accidentally activated aerocraft, aka air magic, by blowing on my family's grimoire, and I'd been trying to figure it out ever since. It turned out that learning magic had 2 basic outcomes. You either became one with the element, or it killed you. I was partial to living, so finding balance with the element was the only option I was willing to entertain. Keir Quinn, my soul's companion who had been born 2 hours before me, had told me about truecraft. He'd also told me that he'd felt my birth the instant I drew air. He'd been born into a druidic family, and he'd devoted most of his adult years to preparing himself to walk life's path with me. His words, not mine. We'd become intimate after I'd taken on a fire god named Volrez and smote his ass, and our magical bond had strengthened as a result. "Just collapse it," Keir told me, as if I hadn't been trying to collapse the damn thing for 15 minutes. I sent up a prayer of gratitude for my sister Rose, whose CrossFit training had given me some stamina, and another prayer of thanks for my Terra craft for making me hard to kill, thanks to a protection spell that had made my skin as tough as ironbark. "Just concentrate, Iris," he instructed. "You have the power." "I'm not She-Ra, Princess of Power. I'm just a girl running from a tornado asking it to stop." I came to a halt, turned around, and flung my hands up. "Stop!" I yelled at the treacherous swirling wind. "Just stop!" The tornado picked me up off the ground and threw me into Keir's waterfall. "Son of a bitch," I sputtered. The wet, icy chill made my ovaries shrink. "Not cool, dude." Keir high-stepped his way across the small pool of water and helped me to my feet. The corner of his mouth lifted in a half-smile. "I will cut you," I told him. "Sorry," he said. "You're really cute right now." I quirked a brow at him. "You like the drowned rat look?" "On you? Yes." He chuckled, then twirled his finger. "We better get this wrapped up if we want to make Michael's game tonight." It was early afternoon, and the football game didn't start until 7. It was Michael's first game of the season, and since it was his senior year, it was his last first game. This year would be a series of last firsts, and it made my heart squeeze. My kid was nearly grown, and in less than a year, he'd be off to college. My ex-husband, Evan Callahan, and his partner, Adam Hauser, had recently moved to St. Louis. Adam, who used to be Michael's coach, had taken a job at a private high school. The happy couple was still settling into their new house, so Evan had dropped the bomb earlier in the week that he wasn't going to be able to make it down for Michael's game. Michael didn't say a thing, but I could tell it hurt that his dad wouldn't be there. Evan had never missed a game before. Which meant I couldn't miss it either. Come hell or high wind, I would be there tonight to cheer him and the team on. I looked at Keir. "I'm open to suggestions." Keir shrugged. "Try to stay out of the water." Har har. I thought about how funny it would be if Keir was the one getting dunked by the tornado. That's when the base of the cone shifted its target away from me and barreled itself into the smirking druid. It proceeded to knock him down, and he fell into the water with a great splash. The look of pure shock and disbelief as he sputtered to the surface tickled me to my core, so I laughed. And laughed and laughed. Until the foul wind once again turned on me. "Plug your nose," Keir shouted. I screamed as he lunged at me and dragged us both under the water. I held my breath, eyes wide and fighting the urge to struggle. Keir blinked at me, then pointed up. The tornado circled above us, looking for a target. Its deadly swirls slowed, and it started to shrink.